Hello, so today we are going from Tokyo to Kyoto by train. But usually, if you know, train takes about 2.5 hours. The curse of my life is Japanese announcements. But today we're taking the train, the local trains, which takes 8 hours total. And because 8 hours is a long time to just sit on a train, I have come up with a list of 10 different things we can do. Sarah doesn't know what they are yet. But starting from number 1, have a conversation with a friend. So
it's supposed to be unique.
well, okay, the rest of them are kind of unique and quirky. The first one's a bit of a give me, but so if you could engage me in conversation, please.
Do you know the population of the town we're pulling into now?
Do I know the name of the town we're pulling into
I
now?
don't either.
I'm gonna guess, let's see, there's about 30 people on this train, so maybe right now about 35 would be my guess.
The population of this town.
Just basically all the people on the train. It looks like a forest right now. Okay, so that was number 1, and then after each one you can tell me how good my suggestions were. So what do you give number 1?
That one, not really creative, very obvious. So I give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, I enjoy having a conversation with you.
Thank you.
But we've been doing that.
Oh, so you're saying the thrill wears off?
Yeah.
After what hour of conversation with me does it get?
24 hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 then. So this is a game that we play in Texas a lot on car rides. Do you know the cow game?
No.
So basically in Texas, when you're driving in a car, anytime you see cows, you say, "My cows," and then you get all the cows. And you can see who gets the most cows. And whenever you pass a graveyard, you can kill the other person's cows. Now the problem with this game, you might have noticed, is that there's not really many cows in Japan.
Whoa.
So instead,
There's a lot of graveyards though.
There's a lot of graveyards. We see a lot of passing
Oh,
trains.
that's true. That's a good one.
Okay, so we'll do my train. So each time we say a train, we claim the train.
That's cute.
And then
like
the
the small
graveyard.
one.
Okay, this one's better. So we'll check back in on who gets the most trains.
Yeah.
Shinkansens count as 10 trains. If you see a Shinkansen, I just made that up, but
I mean, I saw a bunch before.
they don't count. We're starting now.
Okay. You're wrong.
Okay. So it's only been 10 minutes, but I have found 2 trains, and Sarah was too busy filming her own vlog.
Yeah, I got distracted, but there are actually lots of trains zipping by. I'm kind of hoping one will come right now.
No, I can see it better. I'm ready to call it.
I can hear it.
Okay, that's this train, I think you're hearing.
Doesn't that count my train? This is literally my train.
Oh no.
Boom.
Okay, fine, 2-1. Are you ready for number 3?
Yes.
We're gonna create our Conbini tier list.
Conbini tier list.
Yes,
I already know mine though.
Okay, this is gonna be easy then. What's
Yeah, Natural Lawson S tier.
Hold on, explain. Why Natural Lawson? You like Natural Lawson
Because they have organic and healthy and like foreign products.
foreign products. So your favorite Conbini is the least
No,
Japanese.
but they also have healthy food, and it's like a mix of like foreign things. Like you can get bento that are like, you know, combining like quinoa seeds, and then also like fried tofu.
Fried tofu.
Yeah, like it's just.
Yeah. You know you're in a bougie part of town when there's a Natural Lawson.
Yeah. Well, what do you rank it? You don't
Natural
care. She doesn't
Lawson.
care.
No, Natural Lawson is a solid C tier. I would
Exactly.
say.
You don't care. Friendship over.
It's fine. Okay, next 7-Eleven. Where do you rank 7-Eleven?
Also S tier.
Are these all just gonna be S tier?
No.
I give 7-Eleven S tier too. It just has everything. It has the best variety.
Best
You can do
coffee.
Best coffee. You can do everything at it. It's based off an American company. Even though you can't get gas at 7-Eleven here, it's only a Conbini.
I also just spotted a Lawson as we went by.
Okay, so Lawson is a what tier?
S tier.
Okay.
All 3 of them are my favorite. But like Natural Lawson and Lawson's almost the same thing.
Yeah, I think so too, which is why Lawson is also a C tier for me as well. They don't
Lawson
have
sells Muji items. Lawson sells really good desserts.
I don't like snacks, so I don't care about that in a Conbini. Their coffee's okay.
Wow.
Graveyard. Kill Sarah's train. Sarah has 0
I
trains now.
thought it was done. It was like we still played for the whole train.
Yeah, you
ride?
played for the whole
That's
ride.
so tedious.
That's how this game works.
Oh, no.
It's all about constant vigilance. Okay, next one. Write a poem. It's okay, you don't have to. I'm gonna write a poem and I'm gonna read it to you, and I hope you don't make fun of me too much.
What about a haiku? I'd be down to listen to a haiku.
I'll make it short like a haiku. That's what she's getting at. She doesn't want me to ramble on for so long, I can tell.
No, I like your ramble.
Oh, thanks. You mean the conversation, number one. The theme is going to be trains. You ready for my poem?
Sure.
It's not a haiku. Riding on a train reminds me of riding on a plane, and I'm not just saying that because plane and train happen to sound the same. Planes and trains both force you to remain in a tiny metal box, hurtling down a straight line where it is up to you to simply wait in order to pass the time. But take care to not forget to wait, else if you do, you might then see this tiny metal box might be the death of you and me. Also, trains remind me of an elevator.
I'm just amazed at your talent.
Did you enjoy my poem?
Yeah, it was a little like dark.
Okay, what would you rate my poem?
I thought it was impressive that you came up with it. So I'll give
my
you
inspiration
a
was
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, because I don't like poems.
This was doomed from the start. Okay, thank you. Hi. No, Sarah, you're kind of right. Who needs poetry when we have Chat GPT now? Like, you could probably, actually, that's a good comparison. Let me tell Chat GPT to come up with a poem about trains, and then you can judge whose poem you think is better.
Oh, I've probably ChatGPT.
You haven't even read it yet.
Yeah, but it's AI. It knows what I'm gonna like.
Okay, so for Team Sarah, she's asked ChatGPT to write a poem about trains, and it did it, in like a second. So, you want to read it off?
In steel and steam, they thunder on through valleys deep and fields withdrawn. A symphony of wheels in motion, a dance of iron, a grand commotion. Sorry, that kind of beats yours. Do you agree?
What? I thought that was so basic. What does a field withdrawn mean?
Fine. Well, I like
I
it.
think mine was pithier. Which
Comment below which do you like.
Yeah, which do you guys like better? I mean, I personally feel like it just threw a bunch of descriptive words in there. Like, what was it really trying to say? All it did was describe a train. Mine tied trains and planes and the nature of what makes them so fascinating but dangerous at the same time, and drew a parallel between the two,
You tried. That star? Let's use that text effect.
I don't know if I know how to edit that in. Okay, number 5, I think you're gonna appreciate this one, is practice your Japanese. And to do that, I actually have a game that Sarah really likes called the katakana game.
Okay.
So if you don't know, katakana in Japanese, it's basically just a bunch of mostly English or foreign words, but you just kind of say them with a Japanese accent. So for example, computer in Japanese is computer, and it's in a whole separate language. So this game basically, you get a katakana word, and Sarah or me has to describe it to the other person in Japanese, and you cannot use any other katakana words.
So I have to describe it to you.
Yeah, Sarah, yeah.
買い物する場所.
A shop? Or
Just say it in Japanese.
right. So it's a katakana word?
Yep.
Super.
違う.
Marketo. A place you can buy clothes. Oh shoot. What would be? Second hand is in Japanese.
This is up to your
Kita
Japanese
koto ga aru?
skill. Aru.
Is that
Anata no kuni no.
is it a brand name?
違う.
America
違う。でも英語で使う。
本当に？
英語で使う言葉。
So you use it in English. Renta? I don't know. Am I just blanking? Is it obvious?
There was a train. Shinkansen, so like 1,000 points. Hell yeah.
See, isn't this fun? So I sat here for like 2 minutes trying to get it. Didn't get it. The answer is Dipato, so like department store. I don't think I would have come up with that because I never say that. I just say mall. But ready for number 6?
I am. Yeah.
So number 6 is research an obscure history fact and teach it to your friend. So I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna learn about something in history, and I'm gonna give you a history lesson. Doesn't that sound fun?
It's like we're in like moving school, you know?
Yeah, moving school. I think that's the Magic School Bus, actually.
Yeah.
I think they have a show for that.
A school train.
This is the Magic School Train. So I've chosen to talk about what was that historians agree upon the worst year to be alive on the planet Earth.
2020?
That's a good guess, but alas, no. The answer is the year 536.
Oh my god.
Yes. So what happened in 536? Well, you see, all across Europe and China, a huge fog descended on the land. And for 18 months straight, the Earth was plunged into almost darkness for over a year and a half. And the average temperature was 0 degrees every single day, even during the summer. So all the crops failed. There was a famine. Loads of people died. People were depressed as hell. And this was because there was a big volcanic eruption in Iceland. And it covered the entire kind of world in ash and haze. And basically created a second ozone layer which reflected away all the sun's light, which is why the Earth was plunged into like a cold, dark night for 18 months straight, which caused so many continuous problems. So yes, historians kind of agree the worst year to be alive, 536.
I'm gonna just tell you guys that I knew all of that. That's pretty common knowledge. Like, who doesn't know that?
That is such a
No,
lie.
I am lying. Thank you for the fact. I didn't know that. And I feel
did you like
educated. I like that.
Okay, great. Yay.
Yeah,
What
it's
do you-
not a bit depressing, but it just makes me feel
That is
relieved that
true.
I didn't have to live through 0 degrees because I like summer.
You know, at least 2020 doesn't seem so bad in hindsight, right?
True.
Compared to that. Number 7, you're gonna love this one.
I'm ready for it. You already told me that I could eat. So
This is the one I told Sarah to prepare for. Snacks, trying new snacks. So we went to Atami, which is a little city on the coast, and Sarah knows that they're famous for their pudding. And I've never tried it before, so I'm gonna try their famous pudding. So they come in this little bag. And they also, if you pay 50 extra yen, you get ice packs. So we did that because actually this was about 2 hours ago we bought this. Here it is. This is the pudding part, and then it comes with the caramel that you put on top. Wow. Caramel's in a little hippo too. Because actually I'm not a huge fan of the caramel, so I just put like a little bit on top. And you get a little interesting, like perfectly crafted spoon too. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Wow, this is easily like the best pudding I've ever tasted in Japan. It's so creamy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I'm gonna rate this one a solid 8.5 out of 10. Sarah, what is your review of the pudding?
Alright. already know it's gonna be excellent. This is my like 4th time getting it. Tremendous.
What do you give this number 7?
Oh, like the activity?
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
So, number 8, I played this all the time as a kid. I call it the name game. So it's kind of the same principle where you have to say a famous person's name. For example, Albert Einstein, and his last name starts with an E. So you have to say someone whose first name starts with an E.
I'm
And
so
it can
bad
be
at this.
a famous person, historical person, an athlete, you know, not one of our friends, but like an actual famous person. Well, I can restart and give you an easier one.
Okay, sure.
Avril Lavigne. So that's an L.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
D. Daniel Day-Lewis. L again.
That was so far.
You know who plays in Mean Girl?
Lindsay Lohan.
There you go. Leighton Hewitt. That H. Back to you.
H. Oh, John.
John.
No, it's John Howard.
All right. First name is H. Yeah.
AJ. Hillary Duff.
Very good. Donald Trump. T to you.
T. You're too fast when you come back. I just keep thinking Texas, which is not a
There's
person.
a T one that we just recently tried to do something for and failed.
T-Rex, no. Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, but there's a lot of Thomases if you want to do
Thomas Edison. Is that one? Is that what name? Is it wrong? Thomas?
No, it's
Okay. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Okay.
But in summary, I'm not very good at this.
No,
I feel like Alyssa is very fast.
No. Sarah, you were actually really good, especially most people's like first time, they can't even think of one. So I'd say you did really good for your first time. I just played for hours and hours and hours.
She's just being humble. She's really good.
No, I am really good, but there's a reason why I'm really good.
No, I feel like we could do this with anything. It could be like an adjective. You could do it. We'll practice. All right. Funny.
Well, it has to start with a Y.
Yeah.
Youthful.
That was so fun.
Well, there's like 2 Y adjectives. Youthful and
And it
young.
starts with L. Lovely. Like
Lovely starts with a Y again. You're gonna give me so many Y's. Young is the other one.
G-A.
I guess there's yearning too. You could another Y. Yearning. What is wrong with you? Give me 3 Y's in a row.
Greedy.
I feel like I'm out of Y's.
I win. Okay, bye.
Ow. Number 9, home stretch. We've done this one before. It is taking a best friend quiz.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes me nervous.
Well, you can create one for me too if you want. So I'm gonna create a best friend quiz about myself, and Sarah's gonna take it. We're gonna see how much she's been faking it and how much she's been just tuning me out. So definitely when I talk about history, she tunes me out.
And poems.
And poems. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So fun website. I'll link it below that you can use, and you can take and create a quiz about yourself, and you can send it to a bunch of different people, and it logs everyone's scores, so you can see which friends do the best. Easy. So just a disclaimer: all the questions and answer choices were pre-selected, pre-made. So it's not necessarily what my favorite is, but it's the answer choice you think best represents me. Okay. So let's start.
I'm gonna start. What kind of addiction might Alyssa fall into one day? Sweets, gaming, shopping, gambling. I feel like gaming. Shopping?
I've been on a shopping spree lately with Amazon. I've been ordering a lot of stuff. I feel like my gaming's very controlled. It never gets out of hand.
Oh, but I feel like even though you know, when you have a good job and everything, you don't spend a lot, so.
Yeah, that is true. That's why it's one day something I'm hoping to change. So.
You get not gambling, a shopping addiction?
Yeah, because when I buy stuff, it releases serotonin in my brain and makes me happy.
Okay, fair enough. Who wouldn't Alyssa ever visit? Fortune teller, psychiatrist, dentist, bioenergy therapist. It's a bioenergy.
Like I said, pre-selected answer choices.
Oh, I feel like you wouldn't go to that. But you also wouldn't go to a fortune teller.
Yeah, I don't really believe in it.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go fortune teller. Okay, come on.
Because the fortune teller would... True, I wouldn't, but the fortune teller would be more for fun. And like, you know, it's kind of a wacky thing. A bioenergy, I feel like that'd just be so much pseudoscience that I'd just be like, eh.
Your favorite sport? Football, volleyball, or tennis?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep, tennis, correct.
What is Alyssa's biggest fear? Spiders, no. Heights, no. Confined spaces. Blood? I don't feel like any of these are your biggest fear, but I'm gonna go with confined spaces.
Yeah, I don't really have any of the irrational fears. The only thing is like I am a little claustrophobic. It does make me kind of uneasy.
Yeah, but I feel like
yeah, it's not that bad, but
level, like,
yeah,
6 out of 9. You know.
I mean, I thought you did really good because I thought a lot of those weren't obvious. They were more just like favorites and stuff. So I'm proud. I think that's good. I think you did good. So I approve. Ready for the last one?
Yes.
It is take a really cute picture.
Aww.
And I have a film camera to take it on. So it's golden hour right now, so I figured this is the perfect time to take some really cool shots. So Sarah, my lovely photographer who follows me around and, you know, takes my picture, would you do the honors? It's always such a slow reveal.
Well, you may as well take one of me while you're waiting.
That is very true. Gotta get one of Sarah. So, Sarah, do you want to show the photo I took?
I think you captured my best angle. So no angle.
I'm so sorry. You know, I'm just gonna say it's like high art. I meant to just capture the sunbeam. Yeah. So what did you think of the photo taking?
I liked it. That was 10 out of 10.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for indulging me with all my ideas. What did you think? What was your favorite?
My favorite was the quiz, actually.
Oh, really? Well, thank you so much. We still have about 3 hours left of this trip, so I don't know what we're going to do now, but...
We might have a bonus one later.
Yeah, maybe a bonus one later. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. Bye.
Maybe.